All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna get our Europeans in today. All right, because Europeans are always complaining. Oh, the times that you do it at are inconvenient. So today, we're gonna do it at a time that's more convenient for y'all. Yeah. I'm sure we're gonna still have Americans because y'all woke up early. Okay. But today, I'm gonna prioritize our European friends, the guys across the ocean. So let's go with the first person today. There we go. Phone name. Let me see what I invited. Call in with your disagreements or questions. If you call in to just say, Abba, I love you, I'm going to hang up on you. All right. Yes, sir.
Yo, what's going on, Alba?
Hey, where you at?
I'm in America.
Of course you are. No European still, man.
Yeah.
I looked at your last name and I thought you might be European because it sounds a little Portuguese, but I fucked up.
Nah, I just got a quick question for you. Now I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Go for it.
No, I first heard about Alba and Pre from the Flagrant 2 podcast, and
Okay.
I thought it was a really great episode. I've never seen these guys have the type of conversation he was bringing. And now that I got to know both you and Alba a little bit, I was hoping when you guys are going to do that show again, because Preach didn't get to do it the first time. Yeah,
we were actually supposed to do it, but the you know that hurricane that hit New York?
Yeah, that show was bad.
That fucked it up.
Damn. So you guys got to reschedule that?
Yeah, we'll reschedule. We'll do that at a later date. All right, so we'll be on Flagrant 2, I promise, brother.
I bet. See you.
All right, peace. And yeah, big shout out to Whitby, Ontario, a place you guys are never going to want to visit no matter who's there. But it is a real place in Canada that you're going to forget in the next 30 seconds. Since someone put it in the chat, figured I would give it a shout out. Listen, you guys are UK in the house. UK can call in, all right? Bonjour. Boa noite. We got some Portuguese people.
Wait, let me turn the camera around.
All right.
Finally!
All right, you sound
so
foreign.
happy.
Where are you from?
Well, my roots are in Ethiopia, like yours.
Okay, all right. I can tell by the forehead. But where
But
are you
I'm
living?
living in the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
I'm living in the
All
Netherlands.
right,
in Amsterdam.
We got a Dutch boy in the building. So yes, sir. What would you? What's your
In
question?
the building.
Yeah. What's your question, sir?
Well, I have a disagreement.
Go for it.
I'm still making my disagreement up. Wait, let me think.
How about this? Think about it. Come correct, so you don't
No.
people. Okay. My man was thinking about it on the spot. See what happens? Ethiopians, we be like that. That's why I don't be inviting Ethiopians in. They just be like, yo, Habesha brother, what's up? Much love. And I'm like, bro, we get to the point. All right. Germans in the building. Okay. I never want to visit your country. Yo, can we just take a second to appreciate German food is trash? All right. Hello? Hello? All right. Let's go to the next person. Yo, this European edition is flopping big time. I don't know what's going on with my European brothers and sisters, but you guys make for terrible callers. And man, if you like sausages, pause. Go to Germany. They eat more sausages than a porn star. Yes, sir. Ma'am.
Yeah, I'm actually American, but I'm living in Germany. I'm a student.
Okay, I approve. Well, what city? Berlin?
No, Karlsruhe. It's like a couple of hours from Munich.
Too small. I'm going to forget it. It's all good. So, what's your question or disagreement?
Question is, have you traveled to Europe? And if you have, obviously you're brown. And like, do you notice, I'm also brown, but do you notice like in some like countries, there's kind of like a prejudice towards brown people? Like in France, it's not that much. In Germany, it's quite prevalent. And like even places with hardly...
Okay, hold up. There's a bit of an echo, but I'm going to say this. You being from America and you living now in Europe, what are some of the positives that you've noticed before we get into any prejudice?
Well, some of the positives.
Yes.
I like the culture, how everything's kind of super old. Everything's a lot older than the US.
There you go.
The German food is not good, but if you go to other places, usually the food is pretty fire.
Okay, okay. What
Yeah,
else?
I used to live in Bosnia actually, and when I was there, it was awesome. Like I was the only brown person, but I was quite popular, so I was on the news like 3 times, and it was pretty.
Why were you in the news? What'd you do?
Bro, because I was just a student. I was like 16, and they were like, "Oh wow," like because I was the only brown person in the city, so they put me on the news, and they were like, "Why are you here? What do you love it?" and all this stuff, and I had fun. I was like a mini celebrity. It was pretty lit.
All right. So you don't like Europe until they start celebrating you, and then you're like, this shit's amazing.
No, I love Europe, but it's really just Germany. I think that's it. Like,
Yeah,
I,
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm gonna do some more callers, but I appreciate it. I'm glad you said some positive things. We'll get to the prejudice later, okay?
all right, thanks.
I
Bye.
appreciate you, sister. You know, it's also good to appreciate the positives, guys. You know, when I go to Europe, sure, there's some downsides, but it's a nice change of pace, right? And if I'm going to speak to my Europeans, I don't want to sit out here and be like, fucking prejudice and racism. We hear about it all the time, you know? What is it like out there? Oh, I was in Bosnia and I was a fucking celebrity because they've never seen a black girl. See, that's what we want to talk about. Can't always be like, oh my God, the prejudice, you know? It gets a little bit redundant. But cool caller. I appreciate her. And I believe her story too. I know some of you are like, what? But yeah. All right, let's go to the next caller.
Hey.
Hello, yes, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah, I'm European. I'm Irish. And I'm just going to agree that Irish food is shit.
Yeah.
We don't really have a, what would I say, unique cultural food. It's more chicken and potatoes and cabbage, and everything would be very bland. So yeah,
But you know
I would
what
agree.
though? You know what though? I can appreciate Irish food for one reason. It's born out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? The
True.
reason why y'all fuck with potatoes wasn't because you guys got no taste. It's because of culture, right? So maybe you can impart on the rest of the world. What are some of the historical factors that led to some of your cuisine involving potatoes?
Right, yeah, so like with the potato famine and stuff like that, that would have happened. Our crops and everything would have been limited, so people were producing what would grow at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting donated food from all over the world as well, but English forces were stopping that food coming into Ireland too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, yeah, you're absolutely right. It was totally born out of necessity. We do now, modern Ireland is a lot more I suppose you would say culturally, a bit more culturally diverse. I'm from the capital in
Yep.
Dublin. And like we would have a lot more different types of cuisines and stuff like that. I'm someone who, like I myself wouldn't be a big fan of potatoes. It's not a culturally inherent thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But you
yeah,
know
it
what, though?
is.
Everyone shits on you for that. But, like, I love potatoes. I'm not even going to fret y'all. When I go to Lebanon and I get my shawarma, I get a side of potatoes. You know, it's
If
what
they're
you do
done
with them.
right,
Yeah.
if they're done right, if they're
The
done
whole
right,
big-ass
yeah.
big potatoes kind of lame. But, you know,
Mm.
potatoes are lit. Now, I'm going to
Well,
show
you
y'all
can
some
do a
love.
baked potato. You could do a big baked potato, put that in the oven with some cheese, some
There you
baked
go.
bean. That's
So,
nice.
so
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
Irish,
yeah.
so I got to ask you the big
Yeah.
question. Okay? All right?
Okay. Okay.
You Catholic or Protestant?
Neither. I would consider myself
But you got to
atheist.
pick a side because I already know.
Well, yeah, no, so I'm from Dublin. I'm from the Republic, obviously, so that would be more predominantly Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I christened. I made my communion, my confirmation here.
You turned your
Sort
back
of
on
an
your people.
integral. Well, I mean, not necessarily. I wouldn't say
Anybody who
it's
puts down
almost
the cross puts down the
no.
cause.
Hey.
That's how it
No,
be.
it's more like it's forced. I would say
Mm-hmm.
it's inherent within our society, within our school systems. Like there are a lot of schools for like kids. If you're like a young kid and you're trying to get into school, like if you're not part of
Okay.
a church
You
and
know
stuff
what?
like that, like
I
they
can't
won't.
appreciate this propaganda. I got to get somebody from Northern Ireland to come on.
Ah!
Yeah. I'm just fucking with you. But
I
listen, I
appreciate
appreciate you
that, and
calling
I
in,
love
okay?
your show. I love your show. I love you guys. See you
All right.
later. Bye bye.
Cheers. You guys don't know we were playing a little bit of politics, okay? We were playing a little bit of politics there. If you don't know, Ireland, Ireland is split in two pieces for all my American viewers who are kind of peeping and don't understand what the fuck is going on. There's the Republic of Ireland and there's Northern Ireland. All right, they're split along racial lines and historical lines. One is part of the UK, the other one part of the EU. It's complicated. It's very, very complicated. Rich history. You can definitely go read up on it, all right? Why am I telling you all this? Just so I could flex a little bit because I'm feeling myself. All right. Anybody, if you guys are from Northern Ireland and you want to call in, you guys get priority, all right?
Have access to the old system.
Yes, ma'am.
But we own our data. We own all the software that's in there.
Felt like I just called into a fucking cloning facility. That was a weird dialogue. But let's go to the next person. All right. All right. This person, I think, is European. All right.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am. What country you at?
I am in Portugal.
Portugal.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm here working and I saw you came live and
Okay.
I wanted to ask you some questions.
All right. All right. You get one question. Go for it.
So you said that men don't look for what your degree, how much you earn.
So it's important to note, right? When we're having these conversations, it doesn't mean that it's never going to factor in. We just don't prioritize it the way ladies will prioritize it nearly as much. So, yeah, men are far more likely to date women who make a lot less than them or have lower education than the reverse.
Yes, so how should women navigate in the dating world when that's basically what we learn at school, that we should be independent?
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong. If you want to be a biochemist and you want to go to school and do all that stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's just understanding that that doesn't necessarily help you with your dating. That's all. I think that's the only disconnect that exists. You know, it's like, you know, if you're getting all this money to hopefully attract a man, I'm like, it may not have the result that you want, so don't get upset when men don't respond to what you're putting out there, right? The same way if I came out of here and I told you I got this long-ass anime connection of all my favorite animes from the 1990s, that might not attract you, right? Even though that's what I really invested
Interested.
in. You might be, but I'm saying for most people, it probably
Yeah.
won't do me much good, right? So
Yeah.
it's just something to keep in mind. Cool?
Yeah, thank you. I love you, Show. I love you, Abba and
Uh,
Preet. And thank you very much.
all right,
Bye-bye.
all right. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Boa noite. Porque quando eu falo português, não sei o que eu preciso dizer. Anytime I get to say a single fucking Portuguese phrase, I get a little bit of a chub. All right, let's go to the next person.
What's up?
All right, brother, where are you at? America.
I'm from Illinois.
That's all good. It's all good. Listen, I love my Americans. You woke up early today. What's going on? What's your question?
Oh yeah. So I had a slight disagreement about a video you had the other day about co-ed sports. I think they should be co-ed.
Okay. Why?
For a slightly different reason. I think they should be co-ed because, man, I'm just tired of all the bullshit. Like, too many people disagreeing about what women can do, what they can't do, what men can do, what they can't do. Man, just put them all together.
Yeah.
And, I mean, whatever happens, happens, right?
Right. Exactly.
I mean,
let
sure.
the women join, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, sure, you get the possibility of women's sports getting destroyed, but I mean, that's kind of the dice you roll.
Do you have any
when you
daughters?
want this type of stuff. No, I don't.
Do you have any sisters?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so you want them going to take boxing with men?
Hey, so for
I
me,
mean, it's easy to joke about this stuff, and if you want to just joke and have a laugh, we can have a laugh.
No.
If you're being serious,
No.
like, I think you just have no stakes in it, so you don't really care that
I
much.
don't.
Exactly. So it's easy for us to say that.
But I guess for me, for my principal standpoint, sure. I mean, okay, my sister, I let my sister do whatever the fuck she wants because she's a grown ass woman, right? So if it's her prerogative that she would like to box a dude, I
But
mean,
that's not what she wants. She wants this box. But if we make it co-ed, right, then any sport she wants to do, especially who wants to do combat sports, well, she about to get wrecked by some males. So are you fine with that?
yeah, bro. I mean, hey, if that's what's being pushed for, that's what I'm saying, right? So I mean, of course you can't. When you get the general word of, I mean, you can't specify like one woman might not be for co-ed sports, but if we're getting all these people talking about yeah, let's make it co-ed, then fuck it, bro.
But
You
who's
see
really
her,
saying that? The vast majority of female athletes are not saying that. So where are you getting this?
yeah, no, not vast majority, but we have like this sense of um just media wise, you get a whole bunch of these people.
But who cares what the media says? Because the media is not the
Nobody,
one playing the sports.
well, everybody.
No, but the athletes are not saying this. The female athletes are not saying
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
So why should the
no,
female athletes have to suffer because of what the media is saying? Why are you saying that they should suffer because of that?
bro. Uh, why am I saying that? That's a good question. I actually hadn't thought about that realm.
Because you don't see female athletes going to say this stuff because they're not
No,
saying
no,
that.
no, you definitely don't because they don't want to. They know that like
Right.
they're not going to win. And basketball,
And I get it, because everyone's saying this in the media, why not just stick it to them? You know what I'm saying?
right?
And all that stuff. And I get that, but you shouldn't do that at the expense of the ladies, So
Yeah, yeah,
just remember that because there's real people on the other end who suffer who didn't ask for these kind of
yeah.
circumstances. If we're just joking, I'm not mad. I mean, the thought is funny, but if we being serious, nah, I
I
can't go.
do wonder though, if you were to do co-ed, because like what they did for tennis, right? Where they had those couple of matches,
Yes, yeah,
the co-ed matches, and it kind of blew up women's tennis.
yeah.
I do wonder if the side effect of making like a co-ed sport would be that people realize that women's sport is way more important than
Maybe.
what they think it is now.
Maybe
It's
it'll
all
have that effect,
speculation.
but I don't think if we do that across all sports, it'll be healthy for most people. So
Me
I
either.
respect
Me
that.
either.
But anyways, I appreciate you coming on, brother. Cheers to you.
For sure, bro. Yep.
Cheers. All right, let's get some more Europeans in here. All right, here we go. This is one of the most European. Okay, this is not Eastern European. I'm talking Bosnia. All right, I'm talking former Yugoslavia. Okay. Hello, sir.
Hello.
All right, what country are you from?
From Serbia.
Woo!
So I just wondering when you were went to
Hey
Bosnia.
man, let me just give you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, go for
I'm
it.
so surprised. I was so surprised because I'm used to watching you like at midnight. You usually stream at midnight.
I did this for you guys.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
So I just
yeah. So go for it. You know what I mean? I knew you were. I knew the Yugoslavia area is your place. So go ahead, sir. What is your question or disagreement?
I have two questions, short ones. So
Okay.
first of all, you mentioned when you were on No Jumper. I'm not sure if it was you or Preach, but you mentioned that you will have a world tour.
Yeah.
So in that world tour, will you visit all Europe also, or just
No, not all of Europe. So yeah, we probably not gonna go to Yugoslavia because I don't think our analytics say we got enough fans. But we'll probably do like six to seven European countries.
But maybe like Austria or Germany.
Germany, yes, we'll be in Germany. So if that's close enough for you, I hope it's good.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but we do what we can.
I know. I didn't even hope for you to come here. I mean,
Hey, you never
I'm
know.
sure there's not enough people.
One day, if
One
I
day.
see the numbers on YouTube and it gets high enough, I promise we'll do a show there one day. All right?
Yeah.
All right. What's your second question?
And the second one was because you mentioned the 80s anime and stuff. So did you watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes?
No, I've not seen that.
No, that's a classic. You have to watch that. That's
Okay.
a classic. A great military, political anime. It's really great.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll definitely put that on my list.
Sure.
All right. Well, I
That's
appreciate
all
it.
for
All the
me.
way from Yugoslavia. Good day, sir.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Yeah, for those who are watching from America, Yugoslavia doesn't technically exist anymore. It was broken up to a bunch of pieces. All right. You got Bosnia, you got Serbia, all right, you got Moldova. It's not you. Okay. Moldova isn't technically part of the list, but I just like saying Moldova, so I look for any excuse. But yeah, interesting set of countries. All right, let's go to the next European brother or sister that we got up here. All right, here we go. This is looking super European. Someone said, don't go to Balkan countries. I'm going to go where the fuck I want. Yes, sir.
I have a bit of a disagreement.
Go for it, yes.
It's from the Mexico narc cartel stuff.
Okay.
I am Mexican.
Okay.
I live here in Mexico. I don't look like Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm as colonially known as a white chicken.
It's okay. I've seen Canelo. Canelo's a ginger who looks like he's Irish, and you got the thick Mexican accent.
Yeah.
You get a pass. Go for it.
Well, I cannot disagree with the stance that the guy in the video, what he did was right, because since I live I know how to treat those people.
Okay.
And in my opinion, if you're American and you don't want to go with that, go just to tourist places and don't go driving.
Yeah.
Because if you have to take roads, you have to be aware that you most likely have to pay.
Yeah.
And what that guy did could have gone very wrong. That he just went back.
Yeah.
You don't know that if they take that as a disrespect, and they just they start shooting.
Yeah, no, and I think I mentioned that. I said if this was deeper into Mexico, because I think he was right beside the border, so he got a little bit lucky with that, where the area he was. But I don't disagree with you. I think in the video we mentioned the fact that deeper in, it might be much more dangerous. He might not have the opportunity to drive away. So, yeah, people have to be more mindful when they're taking roads in that specific country. So I don't think we disagree. I agree with you, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
also
agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, listen, I appreciate you calling in to say that. Yeah, people don't realize, but you don't have the opportunity to just drive off because they will shoot you.
Yeah, in my personal advice, don't come driving. That bad idea.
Yeah.
Take a plane, go to the beach, be happy, but don't drive in Mexico.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, now people are learning. Thank you for the advice, brother. Cheers. All right, we got Mexico in the building, giving you guys advice for the cartel. This is one of the most informative lives. All right, we got another one over here. All right, another European.
What's up?
Hi, yes, sir.
So,
what country?
America. I knew my Czechoslovakian last name would finally get me on one of your lives. So. This is
you definitely had a foreign name, so I was giving you
I did. I need some more vowels in that name. So I had a question about, so when you were talking about paying, what did you say? Paying for poom poom, I think is the way that you worded it. There's a lot of talk right now about trafficking, and all the numbers are skyrocketing. There's a lot of people that are talking about that. Do you think that, in my opinion, you legalize something, the illegal use of it's going to go down? So we saw that with prohibition in the United States with alcohol. I think, in my opinion, it would happen with a lot of drugs if you legalize the drugs in some way. And we see that in a lot of European countries, actually. Do you think that a similar thing would happen with sex as a product?
Will it make it safe? Well, listen.
So safer.
So the answer is it's complicated. Thing is, sex trafficking hasn't necessarily been reduced as a result of legalization. What has happened, however, is that it's been safer for the sex workers in terms of because when you do something that's illegal and you do work that's illegal, well, police officers can't show up to remove someone's being belligerent or being violent. You will be less likely to go to the police for a lot of these issues. And so as a result, it makes it more dangerous for the sex workers that are involved. However, on the opposite end, it has created a market for sex traffickers to still operate at a high level. So the answer is it's complicated. But I think the net positive is still there in regards to making it safer for the sex workers themselves. So, yeah.
Got it. Appreciate it.
All right. Hopefully that answers your question. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's the answer. It's complicated. Someone said, yo, why don't we do an African edition? Just to be clear, I just said European because of the European time. My European viewers always ask me to do it at this time. But, you know, Africans, if y'all awake at this time, wherever you are on the continent, call in, okay? You guys are accepted. But yes, that's the answer. It's complicated. All right. We're off to the next person. Okay. Technically, if I'm doing European time for a lot of African countries, it's still going to be very, very good. So you guys can call in. Someone asked, when are you going to do the Asian edition? Never. All right, let's get the next person in.
Hey,
Okay, good day, sir.
what's up, Baba?
All right. So what is your question or disagreement, sir?
I don't actually have one, mate. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think I'd get on. Just
I know,
a
right?
big
You
fan
clicked the
from the
button.
UK, man.
Now you just here, brother.
Yeah, exactly, man. We're doing some work, listening in, and I didn't think I'd actually get pulled in, man. So love from London, bro.
All right, brother, man. Cheers to you.
Take it easy, man.
Yes. All right. All right, let's go to the next person. Someone said keep him on. I want to hear him speak more. All right. Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes. Good. So what is your question today?
All right. So I have a Haitian mother, and I came home with these twists in, and she wants me to take them out, but I don't. So my question is, what should I do?
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So, you gonna move out?
Probably not.
How long till you turn 18?
It got till July, so a while.
Man, you gotta take them out.
All right.
Her house, her rules. But you know what though? Just don't cut your hair.
Yeah.
She said you gotta cut it, or just gotta take the twists out.
Well, I'm in GRTC, so I have to cut it. So I was just trying to do this to not cut it. So
You know what though? Listen, bro. The reality is, once you live at home, try to have a conversation with her. You know, already know with immigrants, it's gonna be very difficult. So, truth is, as long as you live under her roof, you gotta follow those rules. And rather than get resentful, just take it as incentive for you to move out and live on your own. All right.
Right. Okay.
All right, brother.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Best of luck to you, man. What you want me to say, guys? Don't do it. No, fuck that. No, that's not the way it works. Not in them kind of households. Her house, her rules. I know y'all don't like the way that sounds, but yeah, you gonna follow them rules. Trust me, I didn't heard a lot of it. That's why I moved out when I was 17.
Oh, hello.
Yes,
Hi.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, so I'm from France.
All right, perfect.
And I have a question. It's kind of like sorry, I didn't expect. So it's a growing up thing. So I'm from Botswana. I'm native from Botswana, and I've lived in France for 10 years and stuff.
Okay.
And I have trouble navigating and like when I go back, they are like.
You've been to a lot of places. So what's your question? Just so I know.
My question is like how do you like mélange? How do you like mélange the two cultures and make it your own type of thing? Because I have trouble like identifying as one or the other. So yeah, that's the question.
Ooh, that's a big one. How do you, as an outsider who's moved to a new country, try to mix your two countries? What are some of the parts that make it hard for you to, assimilate or mix those things? What's difficult?
The difficulty is I lived, well, all my family is in Botswana, and I just have my stepdad here and that family, so they're all white as hell, and I love them, and it's just like I feel lost in a way, because I feel like myself, I don't have any like black friends and stuff, so they come to me as the black person of the group, and it's kind of weird to say that I don't do those type of things, and those.
So I hear what you're saying. So the truth is, the answer kind of varies from person to person depending on like your disposition. Some people can be in those kind of environments and not feel out of place or weird at all, and other people need to move to a place like Atlanta to feel comfortable. What I would tell you is that for me personally, so when I was in the military, it was like 100% white folks all around me and like one Arab dude. And, you kind of get used to it after a while, but you don't necessarily feel super great or comfortable. That nothing like, it's just a certain level of comfort that you feel when you're around people who speak the same language as you or understand the same cultural references or, eat the same food. There's just a certain level of comfort that you start to feel when you're in those environments. So for you, if you're constantly feeling that, I don't know what city you live at in France. I'm going to guess it's a very smaller city since you're saying there's no black folks around you, right?
Well, I live in Nantes. It's quite of a big city, but I just don't, it's not my.
You gotta make some new friends, boo boo. You gotta make some new friends. You gotta get some friends for different things, okay? So that you can a little bit of get of that mix, because I think that'll help you to get a little bit more of that different sense of community, right? But that would be my advice to you, is probably to try to branch out to the different groups. As far as identity goes, like, listen, there's always going to be a certain level of like disconnect between you and the main culture per se. Some people are not bothered by that. If it gets to you, I would tell you that, again, being maybe more so involved with your people and then being involved with those communities might make you feel a little bit more grounded, okay?
Yeah. The thing is, there's no Botswana culture here since it's an Asian. It was a.
You know what? I get it. There's
English community.
So maybe there's nobody from Botswana, so you take the second best thing and you find another community. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'll do that. Thanks, and I love your stuff.
They're not all from Mali. Okay. They're not all from the same place. So they start mixing and matching just to make it work. So I'm sure you can do the same. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Best of luck to you. Hey, like I said, everybody's different. Some people can handle that shit. Some people can't. Me personally, I prefer having a mixture. All right. Yes, sir.
What's going on? I normally be bothering you with like serious shit, but I remember we had that Discord conversation and I thought you were trolling, and now that you live, I'm assuming you're going to give an honest answer. So, do you really think that Fire Force is trash?
Bro, if you don't get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, you damn right. I think that's a trash-ass anime. I would give that shit a 2 out of 10, and I would give it a 2 because of the animation's really good. All right?
Why?
The story's terrible. So many cliched characters. I just think they're poorly written. The pacing is trash. Too many tropes. Look, the pacing is not like One Piece or some shit like that. It's not good. I don't know. I watched it. I'm like, every character is just kind of black.
Why can't it just be mind-numbing entertainment? Like, why can't it just?
And it can be, and that's why I gave it a 2 out of 10. You know what I mean? As long as we don't say it's a masterpiece, I accept the fact that you enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I accept the other fact that other people enjoy it. And the amount of fan service in it is crazy. It's crazy amount of fan service. Like, there's a whole character whose whole job is to roll around and show her titties and ass. No, I'm sorry. It's got a lot of L's it can take. But anyways.
Look, man, you can't let fan service be a dictator of an anime.
Why not?
Because if you let fan service be the dictator of whether an anime is quality or not, you will literally ignore like over 50% of the anime that exists in this world.
No, because your level of fan service in this one is like, you can't avoid it. There's literally a girl who puts her titties in an enemy's face to defeat him. Come on. She gets butt naked. I almost fucking threw the whole stream when I was reading that chapter. What am I? What? She showed him her pussy, and the man fainted. That's not like a little bit of side moment. That's a whole chapter. Nigga. The same way I can hold fillers against anime, I'll hold this too. So that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to stay on anime too long, but anyways, that's a hard L. Okay. All right, I appreciate you. Peace. No. That's shout out to APOC. Always appreciate talking to him. But all right, let's go to some more European folks. Let me see who I got over here. All right, this guy got to be Portuguese. Let me see if my money's on point. What about Ninja Scroll?
Hello.
All right. Hello from Portugal.
Yes, from Portugal, exactly.
All right. Bon dia. So, what did you want to ask?
Bon dia. So it's not exactly a disagreement. It's more like something that I'm confused about.
Sure.
And it's the usage like of the N-word.
Okay.
And it's like black people use it among themselves like very freely.
Yeah.
And there's like this huge taboo of non-black people or white people saying it.
Sure.
And I kind of understand that, but I think sometimes it's taken a bit too far. I'll give you one example of a situation where there was a concert of this rapper, and the lyrics did have the N-word. And he invited, I think it was a white person, a white girl, to come on and sing.
Mm-hmm.
And as she was singing, she said the N-word. And he just stopped her and said, like, no, you don't say that here. And I kind of disagree with that a little bit, and I just want to know your take on it.
Why do you disagree?
I mean, it's not like the N-word. She's not calling anyone the N-word specifically. It's just she's singing a song, and it has the N-word in it.
Right.
And she was asked to sing the song, actually.
Right. Yeah. So this one varies from person to person, so I can't tell you what the right or wrong answer is for everyone as a group. I think everyone needs to make that assessment for themselves. My personal opinion, personally, I don't really care that much, but I don't think. Here's the thing: if you want to start some shit, say
it. No, that's not my intention. I honestly, I agree with that. If a white person saying it, it's like there's something in my brain that goes like, something's not right here. I understand that.
Listen, some words trigger people like crazy, and this one is probably the most infamous word in human history. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where I get it. I understand there's a bit of confusion. People don't really understand it. I'll just say, just avoid it.
Yeah, I avoid it.
And to the girl, I think, personally, I've been around white people who were like super comfortable saying the N-word, and it makes me uneasy every time I hear it because it sounds weird. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds weird. And and the reason why is like it's different, right? So I know some white folks who grew up in the hood, who've been in the hood their whole lives, and then when they say it around, like, listen, you go to some place in Florida and you have some white people who are blacker than a lot of folks I know in a weird way. And they get a pass to say it because I think they understand the implications of it and they understand the environment a lot better. I think when other folks say there's just a weird connotation, it's weird. It's a whole weird thing. And I'll be honest with you, I can't unpack it for you, okay? I can't unpack it for you. I can't explain it for you. As far as her saying it, I mean, listen, he asked her to sing it. She sang the word. He didn't like her saying the word. He told her to get off. I think it's his right to tell her to get off at any point if you don't like the way she's singing or what she says. I wouldn't cancel her for it, but yeah.
I don't think she was canceled, so to speak. She said she even apologized when she was called out.
Yeah. You know, you got some people who sing along to lyrics, and you could see them, and they'd be like, "What? Who?" And they'll avoid saying certain words while they sing it. I don't know. I've been to concerts before, and it's just like a sea of white people, and they're all yelling the N-word in like unison, like as they're singing the song. And I don't think they're racist or anything, but it always makes me feel uneasy when I'm there. So I can't tell you the answer. All right, but I appreciate you bringing it up. I think it's a great point. So thank you for that, man.
All right, no problem. Have a good one.
Best luck to you. Cheers. Yeah, that's a tough one. My mindset is that's one discussion debate I stay out of. Okay, I'm not gonna tell people what they can or can't say. I'll let other black folks do that. You guys.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good. I enjoy your ceiling. So what's your
I did have a juicy question, but I literally have to go now. But I just wanted to ask you, do you know the YouTuber Lovely T?
I know it's a tea channel.
She does like similar videos to you, but yeah,
Okay.
you should look into it. It'd be good to see you and Preach do a video with her. But yeah.
Okay, but what's your question? You don't have a question?
Oh no, I do, but I've got to go now. But yeah, I love your videos.
All right,
All right, sorry.
She came on to recommend a random channel. Shout out to her, but ain't no way I'm watching a T channel. That's not my thing. I ain't about to watch a whole fucking segment about how James Charles is the devil for 10 days straight. All right, T channels, they cool, but they definitely not for me.
Hello?
All right, hello.
Okay. So I have a very fast question.
Okay.
Have you watched One Piece or do you read it?
I don't like One Piece.
What the fuck, man? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the second question?
If you could give an advice to somebody who is 16 years old, what would you give? I'm not 16, but if you could give to a young person, only one advice.
You're not 16?
No, I'm 20. But if you were given to a young person yourself when you were 16 or something, one advice, what would you give?
Yo, where do you live? You live in a cabin in Sweden?
Nah, man, I live in Norway, man. This is not a cabin. Fuck you.
Norway, Sweden, Finland, it's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing, mother. No, we're rich, nigga. We're rich.
Okay. All right. Listen. As soon as I see a wooden roof like that, I already know you're in a Nordic country. So I'm going to ask you, are you sure you're not 16?
Yeah, I'm sure, man. Fuck you.
My first advice to 16-year-olds is get off my live, okay? That's my first advice to you teeny boppers. My second advice is take your time, okay? Life is going to feel like a rush. You're going to constantly be feeling like you got to do everything, get it right, make progress. Trust me, you got a lot of time, so be patient with yourself. But that's about it. You from Sweden? No, Norway. Same thing. Same thing. What you talking about? C'est la même chose. All right, let's go to the next person. All right, I would like to go to the next person. As soon as I looked at that rooftop, I knew he was in a Nordic country. Don't ask me why I know this, but it's just one of those things. Also, his accent kind of threw me off. But shout out to him. All right, let's go to the next person. All right, next person. All right, next person. All right.
Hey, what's up, Papa?
Yes, sir. Good to see you, sir.
Hi.
So, what's
So,
your
well,
question today?
Yeah, I'm from Spain. I live in Hungary, and I served in the army for 3 years. So many times in the comments that you have, like I felt myself very identified in the eating very freaking quick, one of them. My question is like, as a fellow serviceman, what is the advice that you will give to people that got never close to the army, but that it will work for them? What is like your teaching for them?
Sorry, for people who've never done it, but it would work for them.
Yeah, like
What do you
what
mean?
did you learn in the army? Like what type of experience did you have that is like intrinsic, unique to the army, but that has served you in the civil world and that it will help others?
Oh, well, I mean, a bunch of things. I think. Listen, for me, the way I kind of describe it is that the army is just a great way to just have a lot of difficult experiences, especially initially on, and it kind of just helps you test yourself. So I think what it does is it's good for building character. It's good for building a bit of resilience. It's good for understanding how to tough things out. Now, people speak about discipline. It teaches you how to work consistently at something because you don't have a choice. So it's a lot of skills that can translate over to the civilian life afterwards. The idea of being disciplined and focusing on the task at hand and getting things done. Being a good employee. The Army can teach you how to be a really good employee, provided you don't come out with mental issues. So you learn how to take orders and to take directives. So there's a lot of good things there that'll help you and that's just some of the basics. Depending on what you do, what kind of specialization, you might get even more positive. So that'd probably be what I would say.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Thanks, man.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Cheers.
Bye.
Did someone say, yo, he looks like PK? Yeah, all the way from Barcelona. PK. PK looks like an engineer who stumbled on the soccer field. Not even gonna front you. Every time I see that man playing in defense, I'm like, bruv, don't you got a computer to fix? What are you doing? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, from London.
All the way from London. All right, listen. Before you introduce me with the accent, what's your question?
So I wanted to ask about this topic of high value men. It seems to come up a lot with a lot of like American channels. But in the UK and I think in Europe, we don't generally talk about high value men. Is it just an American thing? Because I don't understand where it's coming from.
Even if you don't say the term, I think it's still very valued. I'm sure what African country are you from?
Nigeria.
Okay, all right. So I'm sure you've heard your Nigerian sisters or other black women say like what they look for in a man. And oftentimes, not always, but you often hear like a certain level of comfort is desired, right?
Yeah, of course.
So the whole concept of high value men translates even there. The idea of being able to provide, to be able to do things financially, to be able to have some status, like those are things that people have always desired. It's just a term that's put on it.
But I feel like it's more, I don't know if this is my personal opinion, I don't know if anybody else sees this, but it's more coming from America. And I'm hearing now there's MGTOW, there's the red pill community, and I'm like, what is that? You guys, no offense, but I mean, you're Canadian, so, but Americans are taking it a bit too far with,
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree that it's overdone and people harp on it too much. But I think it's just putting a name on something that's always existed. And I think American media just happens to dominate what we watch online. And so as a result, that's the first time you're hearing these terms. But I think they've always kind of existed in our dating standards. For as long as I've known, even when I was living in Africa, like that when I was living in Ethiopia, those kinds of things still existed, that desire from men in those kinds of positions. So I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you that it's like very American focused, but
I thought I was the only one.
Come on, you know some women over there who just by the way they speak in. Come on,
definitely.
Listen, and I'm not even talking about the type of girls who show up on BK chat. I'm talking about like, even everyday folks. Like, some of them want a certain level of comfort.
Yeah, true. I think everybody wants a certain level of comfort, but when we're starting to talk about standards of he has to have this amount of money and he has to come with that, and I'm like, okay, I understand comfort, but isn't that maybe that's a bit unrealistic. And then you put in terms of high value man, and it makes it into something that it's not.
Don't you?
But I feel like it's because it's an American thing. It's larger than life. So.
Hold up. What do you make it? It makes it something that it's not. How so?
Yes, everybody wants comfort, but it turns into people are searching for something that is realistically and statistically very unattainable.
Yes.
1%. I think in the UK, I think it's even higher than 1%. I think like statistically like 3% or something. Like it's really, really to even get to that level of income that people I'm hearing a lot of women are saying, I want this and I want that. I'm like, do you know how small those numbers are?
Yeah, but that phenomenon exists everywhere. I think Americans are just loud about it, and they get up on social media and they say it to everybody. Yeah. But you guys got your little loud medias too. I've seen BK chat a few times. I've seen BK chat. You know what I'm saying? Was it called Black Chat? What is it called?
Back chat.
Yeah, okay, I've seen that. You guys got some weirdos on there too. They be yelling some high value man, gold digger type things all the time as well.
Look, everybody is entitled to have what they want, but and it is a nice dream, I think, for most women to be like, "Ooh, I got me a billionaire. Ooh, I got me a," but statistically, you're not likely to get that.
No. But even being from a Nigerian background, I'm sure your parents, I don't know your parents specifically, but they be telling you to value comfort and finances, don't they? Yeah. So what did your parents say about money? Hold on. What did your parents tell you about make with money? What did they tell you?
About men with money?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my parents are not really strict about that. My dad is like more about, what is he doing? Are you just sitting at home?
What do you mean?
The accent just came. Are you just sitting at home? What are you doing with life?
You mean like what kind of job he got?
Yeah, that's the one thing. He's stressed.
And so he just wants to make sure he has a job.
Hmm?
He just wants to make sure he has a job. So
yeah.
If he's a janitor, he still respects it.
Yeah, I mean, he will say that. Well, can you keep up with her? You're a janitor. That's from African parents.
Let me just tell you that impersonation is a 10. That's really good. Hey, I don't.
I think, but that goes for most African parents. That goes.
You know what though? I'm gonna say this as an Ethiopian. I'm slightly just jealous of West African parents because West African parents, like the way they talk, even like Haitians, the way they talk just sounds funny. Like Ethiopian parents, our sounds are a little bit more meek and it's not nearly as loud. So like when my mom be yelling, she's like, "Oh, Abba, when are you going to find a girl?" It's not as interesting. When I hear like my Haitian parents, or I used to have a Haitian teacher, for example, right? And he used to come into class and be like, "Aujourd'hui, nous allons faire une chose pour le monde." And just the way that they speak French would just like make you get very excited because it's so dynamic. So just hearing your dad's accent, that shit killed me. Yeah. So sorry, it didn't get to my question, but I've heard parents say this all the time, like find a man who is a doctor, lawyer, when someone who has those. So they're basically telling you to find a high value man. They just didn't put the word on it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that any different?
I mean, I feel like my mom would say that, but my dad, because my dad.
Hold on. What would your mom say?
My mom would not. She wouldn't say high value man, but she would be like, make sure you have somebody that has something going on. You can't be. Yeah, bro. What are you bringing? Like my mom is that kind of person. She would say that. But my dad, on the other hand, he's like, well, if you're still a young man, you have time to make money. He tried to keep me actually level-headed.
Yes. So what you just spoke about, that's high value man right there, technically by those terms. Like I said, the phenomenon's always been there. We just never used the word for it. But what you spoke about, her wanting you, my mom said the same thing. You know what I mean? My mom said, don't date any white girls. Your first girlfriend. No, she did. She did. Don't date any white girls. The first girl I brought home, my first girlfriend was a white girl, right? My mom said, no, break up with her. No. And then I told my mom she was a doctor. She changed her mind immediately.
Okay,
said,
wow.
Oh, do you need a ring for her? I was like, no, man, you playing with me, huh? So that mindset's always there.
Yeah.
I think it's even why our parents want us to be doctors or lawyers or whatever it is because they want us to have those high positions in society. So,
yeah,
I just wanted to say that. But anyways, it's been a good chat. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
All right, cheers. Yeah. I had so many Haitian teachers when I was in high school. I used to love that shit. Bon, nous avons une manière de faire la juxtaposition avec le sujet de. Si vous ne connaissez pas, vous aimez parler en créole. Puis ça, vous aimez culture haïtienne, vous aimez peuple haïtien. Si vous ne connaissez pas, un gros zouzou. Quand t'es parti dans Haïti, t'es moué en pile moun haïtien. En pile femme avec, on va dire avec ac. I haven't speaking Creole in a minute, bro. That's what happens with COVID. You just be staying indoors, you kind of just lose it. All right, let's go to the next person. Wow. All right, on to the next person since they didn't accept. Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
All right, we got my Haitian sister in the building. What country are you from?
I'm from South Africa.
South Africa? Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? You want to know why I thought you were Haitian?
Why?
Because your name says I'm simply Zoe. I know it's Zoe. I just realized it now. But Zoe means Haitian. It's normally I was convinced you were Haitian, but it's all good. You know what I mean? I appreciate it.
What does it mean in Haitian? What does it mean in Haitian?
It just means Haitian person.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So if you ever go to Miami and they're like, yo, the Zoes are in town, it just means there's Haitians in the city, right? So, but yeah, go ahead. So what would you want to say, sister?
I wanted to partially disagree with when you were talking about your recent video about those Instagrammers or whatever that were taking photos in the poppy fields in California.
All right.
I agree that it's awful. It's just horrible. The part that I disagree with was when you were like, your friends don't take any photos whatsoever. Like you never look back at those things anyway. All of that, and I disagree because I think that there's a balance. You know, you can take photos, but also make time to put your phone away, and then at the concert watch the performance and listen to the things. Mm-hmm. And I really understand your frustration because I have 5 sisters, and it feels like they've all just discovered Instagram, and it's incessant. It doesn't stop, but we do look back, and it always sparks conversation, and you know.
So you said something that was interesting. You know, take a photo, have some balance, and then put your phone away. Right? Yeah, you're at the concert, take a photo. Do people do that?
No, people do not. People do not. That's what I'm saying.
I don't go to concerts anymore because you know all that I see in the concert. And not just for 1 second, not just for 1 minute, the whole time is just the sea of cell phones. And so when I bring this up, of course, you never want to live on extreme. Never be like, everybody turn off the cameras on your phone. Nobody needs to record anything.
Yeah.
You know, that's a ridiculous stance. But there's such a propensity. But I would argue it is far better for us to never record again than it is for us to record all the timely way we're doing at the moment. Because the live's about to end, so I'm going to stop it and I'll restart it and you just call back in, okay?
Okay, cool.